Yo, peace. This is Ant One Rosso Nation. The universe is revolutionary. Yo, how y'all families doing out there today? Yo, it's blazing out on planet Red. But today, the topic is the Exodus and why the story of the Exodus is not only false, but very disturbing. One, we'll start with the deity God, Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah. And the fact that he's playing both sides. He's playing the side of the Hebrew Israelite God that's trying to help Moses get the Pharaoh or king to let the Hebrew Israelites go. At the same time, he's the same deity God that's hardening the Pharaoh king's heart. Uh, so the Pharaoh won't let the Hebrew Israelites go. All in the same scriptures, he's telling Moses to go beg the Pharaoh so the Pharaoh would know his power. And then at the same time, the scripture saying that that God is hardening the Pharaoh's heart. So that doesn't make sense. And that puts that deity in full control. So meaning that the ones that bring that deity of God to you is playing two-face. That's why most of the people are two-faced who have a belief in Judaism, Christianity, or Islam. They're two-faced because their God is two-faced. Just like the God Janus of January is a two-faced, treacherous deity. That's why whenever you find that's why you always find contradictions because they're two-faced. Um, so yeah, it plays both sides. That's why he would bring the plagues down on Egypt, Africa, and destroy and murder the firstborn Egyptian sons instead of just getting rid of that one king or pharaoh that was wrong. Because it's not the whole country. All the people aren't evil, right? So they're trying to make it seem like just that whole ancient time in that country was evil. They always demonize ancient Egypt and Africa. So they demonize it to make you think they were evil and they were savages and they don't have the right God and stuff like that. But in all actualities, it's the Europeans and Asians that came in and invaded. They brought in cattle plague. Look up Rinderpest. It's a cattle plague that dates back to about 3,000 years ago. Around the time they say Moses was in Egypt and the plagues began. That's when European Asians came in and they brought cattle plague. Look up Rinderpest. You'll find cattle plague. And it destroyed crops and animals and all that. And people died. That's the plague that they're trying to give you from the Bible and the Ten Commandments story. They tell you Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah brought the plague down because the king wouldn't listen to Moses and his God. That's a bunch of crap. Don't believe that. It's a bunch of crap. It's demonization of the people and the land and your history. So they always try to make it seem like they are the good guys. They always try to make it seem like they're the ones doing right and everybody else is wrong. So they come in and tell you, you're savage. Just like they did the Native Americans, told them they were savage. And, they could take their lands or they could give you their God, right? And tell you this is how you should believe. But in all actuality, your ways of living as far as Africans date back thousands and thousands and thousands of years before you even met a European or Asian, right? So you got to understand that out the gate. You got to understand you already knew that there would be a source to everything. And it's not Yahweh, Jehovah, and Allah. It's not. They're destructive. Anytime you deal with those particular religions, you start with the Old Testament. And the Old Testament begins with that God threatening, Adam and Eve and all of that type of stuff. So it's always a destructive force. blood is a genocide. Even with the Jesus crucifixion, that's a destruction, that's a suffering that they tell you got to believe in order to get grace from their God, and they still tell you that you're not worthy of grace, you're not worthy of heaven. So, and that's the same mentality of ancient Greek mythology, because the ancient Greek mythology, the mortals never go to Mount Olympus to meet Zeus and those guys, Poseidon and all them. The humans or the mortals, they never meet them. They know Mount Olympus is the heaven where the gods live in Greek mythology. And the mortals on earth, they never go there. Even when they die, they go to Hades. That's another Greek god, but they go to Hades and they go to an underworld automatically. They never go to the heaven. So they're saying they are inherently bad people, you know. They get the concept of heaven from the Africans, saying the afterlife, saying that we are already connected to heaven. So that's where you get the saying on earth as it is in heaven, because it's one and the same. They get that from ancient Egypt, you know, and ancient Africa. So it's an ancient concept, and that's why I say, you know, your God, you're walking, talking God in the flesh, you're living God, breathing, talking, living God, because you are the soul. You are heaven. You're walking, talking, you're living it out. You're doing it all. You're creating, you're laughing, you're loving. You can do everything. You can hate if you want to. You can love if you want to. Or you can like, you can dislike, you can respect, you can whatever it is, you can do it because this is the life. Okay, so you know, so we let you know the Exodus is false, and Moses get the 10 Commandments from the 42 laws of Ma'at, which is truth, justice, righteousness, and reciprocity and balance. That's what the universe is created off of, right? That's what the universe is created. It's created to move in such a way. That's why we move in an orbit. Everything is in a balance already, you know. So they stole those, thou shalt not lie, and all that from ancient Egypt. With Moses, in the story, Moses killed the dude and ran. So he already knew killing was wrong. He didn't need to go on Mount Sinai to get some stone tablets, you know what I'm saying, and sketched in from Yahweh. That don't even make sense, right? You know. And what's funny is in the movie 10 Commandments, when you look at the stone tablets, it's written in Phoenician, which is an offset from ancient Egyptian. You know what I'm saying? Ancient Egyptian writing, metal nail to hieroglyphics, all that. Um, that's where all our ABCs derived from. So, you know, they took that and they put Phoenician writing in, and then you think it's Hebrew. When you look at it, they make you think it's Hebrew, and that God is Hebrew, and the Hebrew is the oldest language. That's a bunch of crap. Hebrew comes way after the ancient Egyptian language. There's languages that's written that come way older, that's way older than that, right? That's way older than that. They ain't older than the ancient Egyptian script. They old, they're ancient, but it's not Hebrew. Hebrew comes later after Phoenician, you know. So, you know, but Moses, and then Moses' name is an Egyptian name because you got Atmos, Thutmose, you know what I'm saying? Those are Egyptian names. So it's no coincidence that Moses is Moses. And they want to make everything look evil from ancient Egypt when that's where you get everything from. Science, math, art, all of that good stuff. Philosophy, everything. Astronomy, astrology. So, you know, but yeah, just remember they tricked you with that, with the plagues. The plagues wasn't real. It never happened. There was never no 10 plagues in ancient Egypt or whatnot. There was never no plagues. Um, there was the cattle plague from nasty Europeans and Asians. All right, look up Rinderpest. You see what I'm talking about. All right. But until next time, this is Ant One, Rosso Nation. The universe is revolutionary out here on Planet Real. Peace.